Daylight is thought to transform some people into strange creatures to drive others mad.
Hola, soy Fernando Allende.
One small step for man, giant leap for man.
Does the moon actually possess such strange powers, or is it all just lunacy?
A lot of guys say a lot of things in wrestling, but this right here has not been okayed by anybody except for me. I am Shawn Shultz, the modern day Viking, the 26-year-old icon, Mr. Everybody Knows. And I am also the longest reigning, recognized NWA champion in the world today. I have had the NWA Mid-America title for 7 months. That's not good enough for me. That's not good enough. I haven't asked the board of directors for permission. I haven't asked anybody for permission. I am telling you, NWA, I am telling the wrestling world, Shawn Shultz, since it's his turn, it's my turn to become the very best NWA World Heavyweight Champion of all time. You know, a lot of people have held that belt. A lot of great wrestlers have held that belt. Dusty Rhodes, Sting, and some say that Ric Flair is the best NWA champion of all time. You know what? He was. Until I get my turn. Shawn Shultz is calling out the NWA. I'm calling out the wrestling world. I want the NWA title. And nobody, and I mean nobody, is gonna stop me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of NWA Main Event Wrestling. Jason James, Scott Berry coming at you from ringside. And Scott, we've got a very special treat in the opening contest of the show. The Mid-America Television Champion, Shawn Shultz, against a man named Rouge.
Well, I don't know if you can call that a treat or not. We've got to look at Shawn Shultz and listen to his bravado, his ego, his calling out of anyone and everyone associated with the National Wrestling Alliance. But I'll tell you what, Jason, he may get his comeuppance here because he's got a special treat waiting for him in our main event today on Comcast. None other, coming to us from across the tracks, Christian Haim.
That's right, Christian Haim making his debut in just a few short moments. Going to be against the Mid-America Television Champion, Shawn Shultz. But, Scott, that's not it in the way of Shawn Shultz. Not only does he have a huge competitor today on television, he's got a huge competitor this Friday night in Portland, Tennessee at the Richland Park Gym. And I'm talking about one half of the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jason, if Shawn's able to retain the belt against Christian Haim today on television, he's going to have one whopper of a challenge as he takes on one half the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton. And not only that, Jason, later on today, I can guarantee you we're going to hear from Ricky Morton. He's going to call into the show today. We're going to conduct a special interview, get his thoughts on his upcoming match with Shawn Shultz.
That's going to be an exciting moment right there, folks. Things starting to heat up here in Main Event Wrestling. You can catch us live at a town near you this Friday, Richland Park Gym, Portland, Tennessee, 8 p.m. bell time. This Saturday night, we're going to be headed to the Cannon County Community Center in Woodbury, Tennessee, 8 p.m. bell time there as well. Folks, it's going to be exciting. Ricky Morton in Woodbury, Tennessee as well. And then we've got a couple shows coming up with Jerry the King Lawler.
Of course, the kicking that one off is going to be here in Huntington, Tennessee coming up. And it's going to be huge, as it always is with Jerry the King Lawler. And, of course, don't forget, in Lewisburg, Tennessee, we are going to have Jerry following us there as well. It's going to be huge in Lewisburg. It's going to be huge in Huntington. It's going to be huge everywhere the NWA main event goes. And, Jason, I got a quick challenge for you. Say that community center name again for me.
That's the Cannon County Civic Center.
Say that 4 times fast.
Cannon County Community Center. That's not important, Scott. What's important is that we're going to be there, Woodbury, Tennessee, Cannon County Community Center.
And of course, like I said earlier, Ricky Morton will be calling into the show. That's coming up later in today's broadcast. Shawn Shultz in this warm-up match against Manhammer, the Man Called Rouge.
Let me ask you, Scott, what qualifies Shawn Shultz to request a warm-up match on a television show where he's already the featured contest?
Well,
what is that going to do for his ego?
What right does Shawn Shultz have to demand anything? He's just got that cocky bravado. He's got that swagger. The youngest ever reigning NWA Mid-America Television Champion, the longest reigning NWA champion across the globe right now, the 26-year-old icon, as he calls himself, the modern-day Viking, as he calls himself, Shawn Shultz. I'm telling you, Jason, if you hang around this guy for 5 minutes, your room is going to be filled with this man's bravado, this man's swagger. He's got way too much ego, and hopefully either Christian today or Ricky coming up this weekend is going to put a little bit of spike into that bravado, pop that balloon just a little bit.
Well, speaking of ego, one man that has been very egotistical as of late is the Mystery Man. Now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We've seen these subliminal messages throughout the shows the past few weeks that he is coming. Who he is, I don't know, but he is coming to NWA Main Event. Scott, I thought for a second it was Ricky Morton, but I've obviously been told that that is an incorrect guess as well. Who is he, and when is he coming?
I have no idea, Jason, but I'll tell you what, I don't know if it's hacking you off as it is me, but he's coming in, he's taking over our TV time. He comes in with his cocky swagger telling us that he's coming and we need to be ready. But this is our show, Jason. Who does he think he is? Who does Shawn think he is to demand stuff on our TV time?
Do you think Shawn Shultz has something to do with this?
You know, it just might. We just might. I have no idea. Hopefully we can get to the bottom of this mystery sooner rather than later.
Well, Man Named Rouge is fighting off the champion Irish Whip now. Duck under from Shultz and nails the DDT. Scott, that's got to be it.
That's got to be it. Jason James, 1, 2, and 3. Can we get that again? I need to see that DDT again. That was just absolutely brutal.
Folks, let's take another look here. Shultz goes up and under. Right here, boot to the midsection and just drives his head straight into the canvas. Your winner, the Mid-America Television Champion, Shawn Shultz. He's in action with Christian Haim later in the broadcast.